So I just finished reading Vanishing World by Sayaka Murata. It's a pretty easy read, pretty quick read. It's not a particularly light read. There's a lot of potentially heavy themes at play here. One of the things that this book touches on a lot is something that everybody is always super chill talking about. Copulation. Coitus. Sex. Am I allowed to say that? One of the things that it's concerned with pretty early on is the way that a lot of us are taught from a pretty early age that sex is something to be ashamed of, something to never be discussed openly. That's all despite the fact that even though there are exceptions and there are extenuating circumstances, sex is a pretty central part of life. So the idea that this book is bringing forward is, what if it wasn't? This is a slight alternate reality story where post-World War II, a lot of time and energy was going into research around artificial insemination. And as a result of that, it became the de facto method of having children, which means that over time, any form of physical intimacy was becoming more and more unpopular, to the point that people just think it's outright weird. And when you reach that point, what does it start to impact? What does love look like? What do romantic relationships look like? What does marriage look like? What does the idea of trying to bring a child into the world look like? And as extreme as this world seems on paper, it's drawing a lot of interesting parallels to our reality. Things like parasocial relationships, generational divides, and how we view the world. Now, in the age of globalization, technology is becoming more of a hindrance rather than a vessel to nurture actual genuine connection. And we keep learning the wrong lessons from the ease of access that technology is giving us because we're more focused on our own instant gratification. So how does that escalate? Maybe we get to a point where we all collectively reject it. Or maybe we get to a point where bit by bit we're just removing what we would define as the human aspect from our relationships. And then how do we define that? There's a lot of really interesting ideas at play here. If you're somebody who feels kind of uncomfortable around reading about sex, and I mean really getting into a character's mindset while they're exploring these questions, this may not be for you. But if you're somebody who thinks those ideas sound kind of interesting, I would definitely recommend it. And once you get to the back half of the book, it starts to get really unhinged in a way that I thought was a lot of fun. Which you could probably expect that a book like this would get a little crazy based on the cover art alone. I mean, I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but look at that. It's got a bunch of little petri dish babies on the cover. Look at that. Overall, I really enjoyed this. I don't really give ratings to books that I read. I don't know why, but if I had to, then on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this 500 tiny petri dish babies out of 10. So take from that what you will. If any of you guys have read the book, I would love to know how you felt about it. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.